Hello everyone, in today's video we will be looking at the Dark Trooper from the Vintage Collection. Okay, so here's the box. Got Dark Trooper there. You'll have to excuse if there's any dust because this has been sat on my shelf for about 3 months, I want to say. So yeah, there's the image on the front there. Looks pretty cool. It's the image on the side there. There's the other side there. And there's the back. Bit of damage on the top corner there, which is a shame, but not the end of the world. And then it's just an image there showing you everything you get. So yeah, let's get this open and have a little look. Okay, so straight out of the box, we have this with the figure there and everything else, I'm assuming. Yeah, everything else in there. And then we've got what looks like some instructions by here. So yeah, it looks like his blaster can be fitted by there. And we have interchangeable hands, which is cool. Yeah, and then it looks like the chamber has to be put together. All the pieces there click together, but it looks looks pretty straightforward to me. So yeah, let's go ahead and have a look. So this is everything out of the packaging and off the cardboard. And here is the Dark Trooper. He feels a little bit stiff, to be honest, but yeah, he feels very stiff actually. But yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but yeah, he looks pretty cool. I mean, he's all black, so we're not going to get like incredible detail here. And you'll have to excuse if there's any fingerprints because he is a very shiny sort of black color. And yeah, this is cool. Looks like all the standard articulation that we get. So yeah, it's like a soft plastic on his sort of pauldrons, I guess, by here, the shoulder pieces of his armor. And yeah, like swivel chest there. The waist doesn't move. It's the barbell hips there. It's very cool. There's a lot of detail even in here, which is very nice. I like that. And then you've got the rocker ankles as well, which again feel very stiff. So I'm sorry if this doesn't look great as I'm trying to sort of move him around a bit. Yeah, that's the back of him there. And now this is pretty cool because if you shine a light through that piece on the back, his eyes glow, which I think is really cool. I like that little feature. I can't really get it by here where you can see it. So yeah, that's kind of him with a light behind it. And then obviously without, I mean, he's still on quite a light background here. So I don't know if he was up against a darker background. I don't think there'd be much going on, but yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. It's a cool little feature, I think. And then we have these, which are always nice to have. They obviously go in the foot by here. Bloody hell. This is very... Nothing wants to sort of move or anything on this figure. And I'm always a bit like careful with posing them and everything, but this just feels, everything feels very stiff on this figure. So I don't know if it's just me, but yeah, that looks cool. Obviously not when he's posed like that, maybe more in a flying kind of pose, I guess, would look cool. And obviously you can get those little stands if you do display them. You could probably put it like there, and they're kind of like stands for characters that fly, or you want them not just stood on a stand, you want them up, sort of a bit more animated. So I think he'd look cool on one of them. I'm probably gonna pose him in the chamber, or at least in front of it, stood there, which is also good because I believe these will probably fit on one of my other Mando figures then in the jetpack, which I think will look cool. So these are the two interchangeable hands. They're like clenched fists for when they're sort of punching down the door. I think they look pretty cool. And obviously his standard hands are open there to hold the blaster, which is here. Again, fairly sort of basic. There is a little bit of detail on there, to be fair, though. And I believe, if I remember the instructions correctly, I'm guessing it's going to go like that. Yeah, there we go. That fits on there quite nice. You've got these, which they attach onto the chamber, and then I'm assuming they're going to attach somewhere onto the figure, maybe. Or maybe you just, because they've got like a little gap there. I'll have to have a look more closely at the instructions. But yeah, they attach onto the chamber, which I'll put together now. And here is that chamber. So yeah, you've got like a bit of red in there, which is cool. Some little details along here. And then in here, some strange marks on here. Looks like, I don't know, maybe the plastic's, not gone funny, but something's happened while it's been painted, I think. But yeah, some nice detail in there again. And on the outside, that's the back. So yeah, it'd be cool to get quite a few of these alongside each other, I reckon. It would be quite expensive because obviously this guy is classed as a deluxe figure. Whether he's worth it or not, I'm not entirely sure. So it's nice to have the little accessories, but I mean, we've had a lot of figures lately with interchangeable hands and stuff like that that haven't been classed as deluxe. So compared to some of the ones we've had, I wouldn't say so, I don't think. But like I said, he is cool. And it'd be cool to get a bunch of these, you know, all alongside each other. I think that would be awesome. So yeah, I'm just gonna, well, let's have a look, actually. So yeah, they go, okay, so they take a little bit of a push, but they do go in like that. Maybe it would be easier to put them in before the sides go on, I think. Maybe, because you've got a bit more room to sort of get a push on them. But yeah, that's the chamber there. And I'm guessing he sort of stands in like that, which looks cool. And then you've got like the little wires there that obviously when they're done sort of charging up and they come out, they're left there like that. So that looks pretty cool, I think. So yeah, we'll get him set up properly, and then we'll talk a little bit more about him. Okay, so some final quick thoughts. I really like this figure. I like the detail on it. I think the paintwork is pretty spot on. It's great, like the shiny sort of black metal colour. I like all the bits and pieces we get with it. Like I said earlier, I don't know if it warrants a deluxe figure, and these cardboard boxes are kind of, you know, I'm not a fan of them, and I know a lot of people are. They don't make a lot of difference to me because I open them, but I'm pretty sure they're keeping the bubble now anyway, so you know, there's nothing to really complain about there. It'll be interesting to see if we have any more in boxes like this, you know, because otherwise you've got to have a bigger bubble to fit all the accessories in. I don't know if this guy would fit on a card, for example. So there is that. But the figure itself is great. I like the light up eyes. The feature for that is pretty cool. The rocket sort of effects are really cool. Whether he's in proportion or not, I'm not entirely sure. Because obviously the Dark Troopers are quite big. I remember in the show sort of vaguely them towering over Mando and Luke, but it's just whether he is as tall as he's meant to be. But that's just sort of a minor nitpick, or not really even a nitpick, because I think it probably is quite close to scale. It's just quite hard to tell. But yeah, overall, I'm happy with this figure. I think he's really cool. Let me know what you think of him. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of content. And let me know your thoughts below. I'm always happy to hear everyone's thoughts. And of course, you can follow me on other social medias as well if that is something you're interested in. And yeah, just thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.